So, we're going all the way back to high school biology, talking about cells. Our body is made up of trillions of them, and they perform a number of important functions, from skin cells that serve as outer protection for the body, to muscle cells that are more critical than you may think. What's amazing is that cells have the ability to renew or create new cells and remove cells that are no longer needed or damaged. But there are other factors that can alter cell function, including getting older. Dr. Ray, is there a natural decrease in cell function?
Yeah, as we get older, you're going to get accelerated aging, especially if you damage the cells. And the cells provide the energy for all the organs. So think of your cells as every cell is having a tiny little business, and that business needs energy to stay open, right? But if you don't get the energy that you need, then the business is going to close. Right? So those power plants that give you energy is called mitochondria. And the mitochondria are the ones that are able to repair itself, it's able to fight stress, and you can actually clear out old mitochondria and regenerate new mitochondria. So that's how the body just keeps itself healthy. But as we age, sometimes with stress, poor sleep, inflammation, toxins that we're all exposed to, we start to damage those mitochondria and they can't regenerate, and we don't clear out the old ones, so they kind of take over. And then you start to get things like your muscles will weaken, tissues start to fail, tissue thins, everything just starts to go downhill. And it's not acutely, it's gradually over time. And what happens is the survival of the fittest. The cell starts to make decisions on what it can do to adapt with this condition that's deteriorating. So it starts making poor choices.
And I see sometimes where families will confuse this, and they'll think that you're just not trying hard enough. And they get so frustrated with our older adults, and they think that they're just not trying, when truly their physical body is just worn down and it's breaking down, and they physically can't. But a lot of this process is a natural aging process. We were not designed to live forever.
Well, here from a layperson, and I really trust what you're saying about cell health, but I'm like a caregiver. What concrete things can you tell me to do to keep my cell health up?
Well, it kind of depends on when you're trying to start. So you're talking about now as a caregiver to this person, all you're trying to do at a certain point in time is to stop any kind of progression. Some things you may not be able to reverse, but you can intervene.
Right,
you know,
like if I said diet, what
really
would
good
that be?
Diet would be good nutrition in terms of not eating sugar. These ultra processed foods, they create so much inflammation and they create a cascade. And every time we eat food, insulin goes up. And when insulin goes up, it's trying to get you to utilize your blood sugars in a good way, meaning to burn it into the muscle. That's what it's supposed to do. Glucose is supposed to go into the muscle and get burned. But what happens is it can't. So the muscle doesn't want it, so it becomes very resistant. So the glucose level, you eat food, that glucose is in your bloodstream. Blood doesn't want it there either. So what does it do? Insulin causes it to push it to the liver, and the liver stores it as fat, and it starts this whole cascade of inflammation. So nutrition is really, really important.
Critical.
Movement is good also. That's a natural way to lower insulin and to stop all this chronic inflammation, which is a cascade that's going on.
Thank you.
So it's all connected. It's all connected. And we'll be right back on Aging Untold.